Welcome to our Hangouts,
Thank you
and
for
welcome
having
back
me,
to
man.
the real world.
Hey, what has changed?
Yeah, what has changed?
I can't tell yet. I tried to get a hold of a newspaper, didn't tell me much. Hey, I've missed a lot of 3 months.
Okay, well, welcome back to the real world, like we said, and for hanging out with us. So I'm going to go straight to the questions and introduce you to some of the people that are hanging out with us. This is Jocelyn from South Africa, and Peju is sitting in Nigeria. Hopefully we'll have some other people joining us as well. But Joss, let's go to you first.
Bump, in the beginning, a lot of strong contenders were evicted out. Did you think that you'd make it this far in the competition?
Not at all. I thought I was leaving first or second week, and as I kept on going, I mean, it was a great feeling. I can't explain how great of a feeling it is to be saved, and it's so humbling to be liked for who you are, you know. And I just, I did not at all picture myself being here. So it's been a great experience,
Because like you were saying, 84 days later.
84 days.
You made it 84 days in that Big Brother house. Hats off to you.
Crazy, man.
Peju, back to you.
Okay, babe, how are you? Good to see
great.
you.
How are you?
I'm good. What relationships would you pursue outside the house?
I'll pursue the friendships that I started in the house. That would be Nando, the friendship with Nando, or more or less the brotherhood with Nando, Angelo, O'Neill, Hakeem. All of these people have had such, and Feza, they've all had such great impact in my life. They've made great impact in my life. So I'm going to keep those relationships going.
Nice. Laura, are you there with us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I've got Bimp with us. Laura, do you want to ask him a question and say hello?
Hello, Bimp. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Yesterday, I think, was one of the most positive eviction shows we've ever had. Both you and Angelo were so preppy, and you look kind of happy and everything. There's something you said that I thought was really interesting. You were talking about reconnecting with God while you were in the Big Brother house. Is there something, what exactly led you to that?
It was actually in the first couple of days, and I was just so confused because a week ago I was thinking, I'm going to go to the Big Brother house. I was so excited. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And then all of a sudden I'm in there, and it's just an overwhelming feeling. 27 other people, so different. Everybody bringing their own thing to the show, and it's so overwhelming. You just don't know where you stand at that point. And I remember I was washing the dishes, and all of a sudden I just went upstairs. And that's when me and Feza's relationship started as well, because she was the one that directed me towards reading the Bible. Because she couldn't tell me she didn't know who I was. She didn't know what I've been through, so she couldn't tell me anything. So all she told me to do was, you know what, open your Bible. And my mom had sneaked the Bible into my bag, so I found my Bible, and I got to open it, and believe it or not, it gave me comforting words at the time. So that's how it all happened. I'm really glad that happened.
Nice. Okay, so just looking at the DStv reality hashtag on Twitter, Angelo and Bimp, so we're directing this one at you. What are you guys going to do now that you've been voted out? I feel really good for you. I'm going to be chasing my dreams. One of those dreams is African unity, and I hope I can do something for that. One love, one blood, one Africa, all the way. And I'm going to be chasing my own dreams as well. I'm going to be chasing after that Bimp that I dream about in the future. I'm going to be working hard to make sure that I make all of that happen. And there was this week in the Big Brother house when the One campaign joined forces with Big Brother to teach us so much about what's going on in Africa, what kind of troubles Africa is going through. And it makes you realize that it doesn't matter
where you're from or what you have, you can always give something. So I'm going to be working on that as well.
Jocelyn, back to you.
Bimp, what are some of your highlights from the Big Brother house?
Some of the highlights.
No, some of the highlights.
In 84 days, how are you going to kind of summarize it for us?
It's so difficult. I'm just going to say the surprises. The Emerald House coming, because I was against the Emerald House. I did not believe it existed. And then all of a sudden you have 6 people staring you in the face. So that was one of the highlights. The tasks, all tasks are just the tasks, the arenas for head of house, for power of they're always so creative, so new. It's just, and you're always praying and hoping that you win it. So those were the highlights, and the arena, of course, where you get to show whether you were ruby, or you would reflect like a diamond until we all became rubies.
Very nice. Peju, back to you.
Okay, Bim. If you had to go back to the house, what would you do differently? Would you have a
Sorry,
different
can you repeat
task?
that for us?
What would be different?
Peju, you just broke up there for a second. Can you just repeat your question for us?
If you had to go back to the house, what would you do differently? What would you have a new strategies, a better strategy? What would you do differently?
I don't think I'll be doing anything differently, because my belief was that I should be me and hope that Africa likes me for what I bring to the game. And I don't believe that anybody can be somebody else for 3 months. How can you stay in character and be somebody else for 3 months? So my strategy was always the hope that Africa would like me for being Bimp. And I was proud of how far that brought me. So I don't think I'll change anything from that, because there is nothing that I regret from my experience in the house.
But would you go back into the house if you were given the opportunity? Maybe it's too early to ask.
It's too early. Give me some time.
Okay. Laura, back to you.
Yes, Bim. I hope it's not too early to ask you, what beef did you have with Annabelle from Kenya?
It wasn't really beef. We never really got the time to get to know one another in the first weeks, and I think that's the most important time in the game, to get to know one another. The first couple of weeks, we didn't have that, and then all of a sudden, there were just some things. There are some things that you like from a person and things that you dislike, and it was just the fact that there was things that used to annoy me about Annabelle, and we tried to get together and talk and get to know one another better, but it didn't work out that way. And I later found out that the feeling was mutual. I don't know. It just happened. It was nothing personal, really. It was nothing personal. It was just little bits of this, a little bit of that, which will always contribute to a bigger thing. So it was really nothing personal.
Okay. Let's go one last round of questions. Jocelyn, do you have another question for them?
What did you learn about yourself over the 84 days?
What did I learn about myself? I've always known that I live in my head. Like, I always analyze things. But now I got to analyze myself. And I saw that even when I'm reaching to pick up maybe a bottle of water, I'm thinking about why I'm picking it up, how I'm going to drink it. And in the middle of that, I actually tell myself, no, actually you shouldn't drink that water. And then I go back. And it just, I found out that I'm semi-crazy, actually. I realized that I think way too much. It does get me in touch with reality because I have a lot of scenarios playing in my head, and I'm expecting everything to happen. So, but at the same time, I realized it's not the greatest of things to be thinking all the time.
Yeah, you got to verbalize, especially for Big Brother.
Yeah.
Big Brother wants to know what you're thinking.
What you're thinking,
Yeah.
but for me, it's always up in the air.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a lesson there. Let's go back to Keji one last time. Keji, you've got another question?
Bim, do you have any regrets? Any regrets at all?
It's no, none at all. None at all right now. None at all. I mean, I can't say that I'm proud of everything that I did because I don't really know yet. It's just been a day, but I am content with what I've done in the house, and hopefully, with the coming days, I'll be happy with what I have achieved in the house.
Okay, let's go back to Laura one last time.
Bimp, what would you say are the two most, how would I put it, the two most important relationships that you struck in the house?
I would say my relationship with Nando and Beza. That's actually a difficult question to answer because I really consider O'Neill's relationship to be a really great one as well. But the one with Nando is because we were just two totally different people. We were two totally different people, but we filled each other's voids. And I felt that when Nando left, that he had filled most of the voids within me, and I felt that I had done the same for him. For Feza, I think that relationship has a lot to do with that first week and me starting to read the Bible again, because that has changed so much for me and my future. So those two relationships, I'd say, are the greatest.
Okay, so we've got to wrap it up, unfortunately. But two big questions for you. First of all, the finale is this weekend.
Yes.
Who do you think is going to walk away with a $300,000 prize?
Who do I think? I don't know who I think would win, but I do know who I'd like to win.
Okay.
And I'd say that is Melvin.
Okay.
Because he's such a humble, genuine, honest person. And I think that he deserves to win the money, not because of anything other than the fact that he won't only take that winning and talk about it, about talking about I won the money, I won Big Brother, but rather he would do something to impact so many people's lives, and he changed so many things in Africa. So I'll be voting for Melvin.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll catch up with you at the finale and see if you are on the money. But who and how can people get in touch with you as well on the social networks, and if they want to carry on the conversation with you?
Oh, sure. I'm on Twitter and on Facebook. I'm on Google Plus as well. So and Skype. But
are you going to give your email address out as well?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's do it.
My Twitter handle is @bamlak, which is spelled BAMLAK with a capital T at the end.
Very nice. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations for getting this far. 84 days in the Big Brother house is a big achievement. So go back to reality and enjoy it now.
I'm going to try.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you so
much. We'll catch
much.
you next week for the finale.
Bye.
Bye.